Guys, this is Duncan from dunksweb.com, and here I am with the Samsung Galaxy S2, and I'm going to go ahead and play with the phone just as if you would if you just first got it. So here I'm switching through the home screens, which is nice. We get 7 of these. I can also put my finger here and switch through them. See how smooth this is as it goes through. Very, very nice. I can also do this. So pinch in and it will give me a nice overview of all 7 home screens. I can do this inside the applications as well, so I can pinch in and it will show me all of the icons. If I go close up, the camera focuses, you can see it just about makes the text out, and that's really tiny. So those of you who are talking about the Retina display, this actually does extremely well as well. Again, if I go back to the applications, I can also do the whole going through like this, and as you can see, again, very smooth. I really like using this phone. It's very enjoyable, shall we say. So on the front we have the icons that I'm most using. This is just how I've set it up. We also have a task manager. If I go into this task manager and go to RAM, you can see the available RAM we have, so 833 meg. And then the storage, you can see we have 1.97 of system storage, 11.5 of usable storage, that's on the phone, and then you have your expandable SD card, so you can put whatever you like in there to have that running. So I have this in the middle, reason being I'm a proponent of having as much battery life as possible, so I always try and make sure I quit out of all the applications. Although not a lot show that it's using battery, it does bring up a warning if applications are using battery here. It sort of goes red and says blah blah is using battery, so then you can quit it out. So very, very useful stuff. Now anything else, let's show you the live wallpapers. And there we go, to live wallpapers. You can see we have a choice of 6 here. Now I chose microbes. If I go to the bottom, you can see we have ocean weather and windy weather. This is the weather outside based on your location, but you will find you get a watermark that says this is from AccuWeather.com, which looks nasty if I'm honest. But with this microbes, I can feed them. It's exciting. You can see they all run to it and feed off the food there. But I think eventually, like with the applications, I'd probably turn the live wallpaper off to save battery life, even though some will probably say that it doesn't really use it. It's just something that I have in my head because I've been using Windows so long. I want to try and run as little as possible. Anyway, let's go into the applications. So clock. A lot of you guys will probably use your phone as your alarm clock, so this is what it looks like. Very nice. Alarm repeat. You can repeat it on certain days. You can have a tone, you can have a snooze, and a smart alarm. Let's have a look at what the smart alarm is. So I guess this is how long it rings for, I guess. And then you can choose what sort of ringtone you have. I'll put something in the description on this because I'm not quite sure. So, world clock. That's exciting, isn't it? Stopwatch. You know what to do with a stopwatch. Timer. Countdown timer. Good stuff. Next one. Calendar. This syncs with Google Calendar or Microsoft ActiveSync. You have month, week, day and list. Father's Day's coming up on Sunday. Good stuff. If I go to music, you'll find that I don't actually have any in there because I'm an idiot and I forgot to put stuff on. But it does kind of have an iPod-like interface. You can sort by playlist, albums and artists. So you can see the playlist is kind of an example of what it shows, even though I haven't got anything in there. When you use this and go all the way down, you can actually control your music from there if you're outside the music place, or if you lock your phone, it will actually show the music controls at the top, which is good. I wish all phones would do that, or have some sort of key to skip a track. So that is the music, and I have tried the music and it sounds okay, and I'll follow this up with a review on that. So anyway, internet. Let's see how quickly it loads Google. Very quickly. Slide to landscape, again you can use that very quickly. Now it does have this little pinch thing, so I can hold the phone and then sort of tilt it backwards and forwards and it zooms in. It's something that you could show to someone that's cool, but you'd never really use it because obviously you have pinch to zoom, so why would you want to use that? But the browser works exceptionally well. However, I would recommend trying out some other browsers from the Android market. But yeah. So camera. Now you guys know what the quality is like on the camera. You do get a lot of options with the camera. You have the option of the flash as well. Obviously I'm in low light, so I'd probably want to do that as well. This was currently in recording mode, so you can have the self-recording. So it doesn't have a button to switch it, but you know, you press twice and you can do it. If I switch to the camera mode, you get a lot more options in the camera mode. If I just show you all the different things you can do. You can obviously record it in different styles, effects, resolutions, blah 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 blah, which is nice, much more than you'd get on an iPhone. But notice it is a little bit jittery as I move the camera around really quickly. It's a little bit jittery, but obviously this is going to take a picture in 8 megapixels, so it's quite high resolution. But yeah, that is the camera. Next up is maps. Now obviously it's going to show where I live. Actually, no, it's not too bad. It locks on again straight away. I've shown this in my GPS and Maps test, but it really is very good at locking you on and following you around where you're going. So I highly recommend that. Next is Gmail. So just showing you my Gmail account. It's got a bunch of spam in it under the Dunks web name, but it works very well. If you're using Gmail, it's probably the best client you'll find. It allows you to do the priority mail and moving stuff about. It's very cool. And if you have email, obviously you can use Pop and IMAP with this phone. That's if you're not a Gmail user. Gallery, I don't have anything in my gallery, which is stupid. I should have put something on there. But if you take a photo, I can take a photo now actually, and we'll just show you. Blah 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 blah. Ooh, picture of my sofa. Excellent. Right, so let's go into the gallery now. This little button here should take me into it. Oh, maybe not. Okay, fine. Let's go into the gallery. Oh, there we go. Gallery. Gallery. There we go. So, now I have the picture in my camera. Now notice it. Okay, power save mode. Alright, that's another thing. Power save mode. It will enable a bunch of features or disable them to save battery. Very good idea. So anyway, you get like a 3D mode that you can drag around. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of this. I'd rather just have a grid. When you get on it, this is going to show me about this whole tilt thing again. Notice what you have to do. It's a bit ridiculous because, I mean, come on, we've got to pinch to zoom. Why would we want to do that? Also, send via. This is all the stuff you can send via. Set as. This is all the stuff you can set it as. Pretty much the stuff you can do on any other phone, if I'm honest. There's nothing special here, but it just has a weird little layout. Google search, you know what Google search is. Those of you who haven't seen the Android market, this is what it looks like. Now, the Android market does contain a lot of the apps from the iPhone, because obviously I'm an iPhone user, but not everything. So you may find yourself thinking, oh, blah blah isn't available on Android, but they do have quite a lot of alternatives, and my recommendation is to go to stuff like androlib.com and just have a look around to see if you can find something for what you need to do. So settings, for those of you, we're all geeks, we want to know about settings, don't we? This is the settings you can have. Now I highly recommend going to display, screen display, and then font style, because usually you get the default font, but I highly recommend Helvetica S. It makes things a lot easier to read and also show on the camera, so I highly recommend doing that. I don't know why, it just makes it look a lot nicer. So we've got a bunch of different things here. We've got a gyro sensor inside the phone, if you're interested in that. Another thing I like is inside the motion. I'll show you turnover. Mute incoming calls and playing sounds. So say someone calls you, and you're like, oh, I don't want to talk to them, you just go, pop, and then it stops it ringing. How amazing is that? That's one of the decent features that are available inside Android. You get a nice little tutorial to tell you how to use everything as well, but you guys will know most of these. So not really that much to show you. One thing I wanted to do was force reset the phone to start from the beginning. It wasn't easy to find. It's under privacy and then factory data reset. And that pretty much covers it. There's not that much you guys need to see. Power saving mode's quite nice. This is the stuff it will do when it reaches below a certain percentage. Very nice, considering the Android phones do take a lot of battery. You can see mine's starting to run out now. So that is the settings area. Now, Social Hub, Music Hub, Readers Hub, Game Hub. I've used Social Hub, yeah, just the Social Hub, and it did take a while to connect. I needed to update something with Samsung for it to be able to connect, but it seems to work fine. It links with Twitter and Facebook. It can sync it with your contacts and also show you messages and feeds from those networks. I won't show you because obviously they're private. I've got separate apps for those anyway. We have My Files. My Files is just like that's videos. Let's go to My Files. It just shows you the files. You can delete things, you can move things around. It's very useful. Videos, I haven't got any videos on here, but it plays DivX and Xvid, so very useful. And if you want to play those videos on a TV, you can do here. You need a DLNA compliant device, which I don't happen to have, so I can't show you that. Sorry guys. Next one is Kies Air. I love this program. This allows you to have wireless sync. Now, I know this is all like an iPhone. The iPhone is going to have this soon. You simply press start. It gives you an address. There you go. Enter that in my browser, and then I can connect to the phone. I can send messages. I can transfer files. I can sync my music. A bunch of different stuff. Very useful. Talk and Latitude. I haven't used both of these. I know Latitude follows you around and allows you to share your location. And Talk, I've not really used it. I've used something else which I'll tell you in a second, but that is that. There's no point going on there because I'm not connected. But tasks, wow, I can create a task. Woohoo, priority reminder, good stuff. Next one, navigation. Now this might show my address again, but go back into my other video for navigation, you can see it working. Voice commands I've shown on my own channel, Mobile Phone 2003. It works extremely well, and I mean extremely well. It'll type your messages out for you, very useful. Voice recorder, it can record your voice, woohoo. Yep. Oops, now I'm running 3 applications, let's just exit these and go back in. Voice talk. Notice it's just it's loading these so easy. Again, it's like a thing that you can do in the car, so you can just quickly tap and speak to do something. Voice search, this is the Google way of doing it, exactly the same thing, you just speak. Places, I did show in the other video, it shows you the nearby places, which is very freaking useful if you're out and about. Downloads, you can obviously download videos and blah blah blah, and you have other downloads as well, and obviously because this isn't like an iPhone, it's not restricted with the file system. Photo editor and video editor. Now I haven't had a chance to use both of these, but they seem pretty capable. Let's go ahead and select my picture I took and see what it can do. You're going to select it, there we go. Gives you a bunch of options there. I'm not going to go through them, but let's go ahead and just do that one. Contrast, and I'll the contrast if I want to. But to be honest, if you're that passionate about photos, you'd be doing this on a desktop rather than on your phone. Same with the video. Mini diary. I'm not really sure those of you who are watching this will really want to write about your daily life every day on this phone, but hey, you can do if you want. Calculator, very basic, good stuff. And Samsung apps. Now show me I need an update to Samsung apps, I've already done it, so I'm not going to bother going in. News and weather will show me the weather that's nearby. Apparently Bury St Edmunds is nearby when actually it's miles away. And then we've got top stories, which looks to be pulling in like an RSS feed by a bunch of places, which is quite cool. I mean, if you don't want to use a separate app for that, then you can use this. Task Manager I show you on the front screen. FM radio works pretty damn well. Uses the headphones though, so you need something like TuneIn Radio if you want to use the internet, but it does work well. IM, I won't go on the IM, but it does work exceptionally well, and it's very basic as well, which is what I like. It connects with Windows Live Messenger, which is what I use, which is awesome. Memo is kind of like notes for the iPhone, not that exciting. This gives me a chance to show you the keyboard though. You can see I can voice type. I can also do obviously this, and the keyboard's very nice. It's very similar to an iPhone, so you press a key and it sort of shows you what you're pressing. Now because the screen's a little bit bigger, and because I'm used to using, I've been with the iPhone since the first version, but I'm used to using it. It's fairly easy. I mean, I can try and type for you now. Hello, you. Oh, maybe not. YouTube. How are you doing? Okay, that was really bad. Let's try that again. Hello. This is doing it a bit slower. Perhaps I was just being a bit too cocky there. How are you? Because I can type exceptionally fast on the iPhone. I think I'm just not used to it. There you go. Hello YouTube, how are you doing? A little bit better than the other one. Another thing, if you go to the settings menu, you should be able to use. Will it let me choose it from here? Maybe not. Let's try it from here. If you hold, there you go, input method, swipe. Those of you who haven't heard about swipe, it is pretty damn good. You can do this basically, trace your path through the letters of the word. So if I try and do it now, hello, and it's done it in the middle. Hang on, let me just select the wall. There we go, H-E-L-L-O. It already knows what I'm going to type, and it does a space as well. How are you doing? And then it knows I'm going to do doing. There you go. So it's pretty quick, but I wouldn't rely on it if I'm honest, because obviously you need to make sure you're typing exactly the right thing. It's not useful if you're doing like reference codes or anything. So that was Memo. Polaris Office opens your Excel documents, opens your documents for Microsoft Word. I won't bother going through it, but you can do that. Very cool. Very useful if you need to edit them on the go or do a quick edit. I wouldn't say it's a fully fledged editor. BBC iPlayer I'm guessing is going to be UK only, and it allows us to watch TV, which is very nice. I've watched an episode on this and there's hardly any skipping at all. There is a couple of times as you go through, but it's pretty smooth other than that. And YouTube, the rest I have downloaded, so I won't show you them, but YouTube, let's go into it again. YouTube. Okay, so we've got YouTube here, and it works very nicely. If I go ahead and show you a Megabyte TV video, it can play it from here, if my internet will allow me. Yes, okay, my battery is low. Will it allow me? There we go. I turn up a little bit. You still can't hear it. Oh well. But if I put it here, there we go. You see how really bright and vibrant the screen is. It is very nice. By the way, if you haven't checked out Megabyte TV, please do. It's very cool. You can get a lot of screencasts on there. So anyway, that pretty much covers it. This is the Samsung Galaxy S. The rest of these things I downloaded myself. I could quickly demo Google Earth to you, just to show you the 3D performance on the phone. You can see how there's hardly any skipping whatsoever. I can just sort of go around the world, and it does it. I think this is smoother than the iPhone, if I'm honest. Sort of move around. Very nice. So that pretty much covers it. Thanks for watching this video. It's a quick tour of the Samsung Galaxy S and everything it can do. So thanks for watching this video. Please comment, rate, subscribe if you like these videos, and thanks again.